Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So glad that you could stop in, even if it is for a minute or two. Real quick, before we get any further into the video, let me just throw this out there. And I know I say this time and time again, but listen, there are big things, big and cool things coming to this channel, and I really don't want you to miss it. For the love of God, click that subscribe button. I want you to be here when it happens, okay? Alright, love ya. Anyway, click that subscribe button. If you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, but please do not miss what's coming up, alright? Let's get into today's video. So, of course, several videos now, we have talked about some Marshall's trips. I go there not often, but every time I do go, I have to get me like a fragrance that I can talk about on this channel because I love it. I love doing it. Anyway, while I was there, I came across something that I'm not really too familiar with. And that, folks, is Calvin Klein Contradiction for Men. And as you can tell, it's still in the wrapper. I picked this up for a whole $29. Now, funny thing about that is Marshall's is supposed to be like a retail store that sells discount products. So, as I'm doing my little bit of research online, come to find out, $29 is pretty much all people are selling it for. I think the highest I seen was on one website for $35. The lowest I saw was like $27. So, great, awesome, good on you. Oh well, here we are. It's in my hands. We got it. We got something to talk about. Now, another thing that I will mention is while I was looking this up to kind of exactly know what I was getting myself into, a lot of them said at 3.4 fluid ounces. Mine only says 3.3. Like, what's up with that? I don't think it really matters. I just found that very odd. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna peel the wrapper off this thing. We're gonna go over the box and we're gonna read I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients. I'm not gonna read them to you, but I'll show you guys the ingredients. This product is made in Spain, if that is important to you or not. But let's go ahead and open it up. Open this mother sucker up, and as you can tell, like I said, this was a Marshall's special here. So a lot of people had their hands on this before I made it up to the cash register, which is why the box on the top looks the way it does. You know, it's been thrown around, yeeted, skated, and everything else in between. I don't know what these indentions are for, but they're there. Doesn't really matter. Not too often, unless it's a very big name fragrance. I don't typically keep the box. So Calvin Klein, you know, you're kind of low down. I'm not keeping the box, so I'm not too tore up about it. But let's go over it. So we have a black, almost greenish, and I keep saying greenish in my head anyway. It's definitely like a black color, but it almost has like a green hint to it. I might be going colorblind. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. What does it look like to you? And you know, here I got the light going on it. And that's all I've seen it. You know, I got lights on all the time. If I turn the lights off, it looks black. But if I turn it on, it looks like a grayish green. So, none of this is important. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. Right here is the ingredients list. If you want to pause the video, check that out. And decide for yourself if this is something that you want to spray on you. Calvin Klein Contradiction for Men. This is an EDT, alright? EDT. 3.3 fluid ounces, 100 milliliters. Down here is some more information if you care at all. But if not, let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got on the inside. This is like I said, I have Calvin Klein Defy. And way back in the day, I was very familiar with Calvin Klein Obsession. It was my grandfather's go-to cologne for everything. Funerals, church, Christmas, Tuesday. I mean, it didn't matter. It's just what he wore. Okay. Is that an... Am I... Okay. Okay. All right. So, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I did research about the product, not necessarily about how it looks. So, I'm very thrown off right now. Why is it so big? That's what she said. I mean, I'm confused. Anyway, so right there, printed on the bottle, it says Contradiction for Men, if you can make that out or not. Very, very fine, small font letters. Nothing too crazy. Nothing is crazier than the look of the bottle itself right now anyway. Let's be honest. See, now, like on the box, it says 3.3, but down here, I don't know if you can make this out or not, but on the sticker, it says 3.4. It doesn't even matter. None of this matters. I don't even know why I'm bringing it up. But here we got a nice square bottle that has beautiful lines to it. I've always been a sucker for square bottles. The symmetry, it's symmetrical. You know, all the lines kind of just point in the right areas. It just looks good. It looks like it's supposed to be there. But then you got this, okay? Now you're looking at something that looks similar to a statue. Why does the cap have to be this massive? Can you explain that to me, Calvin Klein? Calvin, you have some explaining to do. This is officially the dumbest cap to any fragrance that I've ever seen. Congratulations. That goes to you, Calvin Klein. But looking at the bottle, of course, you know, this is a 100 ml bottle, so I knew there was obviously more than what you see initially. But this little statue configuration here just ain't it. It just ain't it. But, anyway, moving on. Looking at the atomizer here, you got this nice, super smooth, matte gray atomizer. Nothing fancy, but it feels pretty stiff. It's sturdy. I like that because sometimes you get some atomizers that are wobbly when you spray them. I don't like that. I don't like that. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to spray it, and we're going to talk about the fragrance, okay? You ready? Of course, whenever you get a new bottle of fragrance, a new cologne or whatever, you need to pump it up. You need to prime it, basically, to pull your fragrance up to the atomizer. So, you know, it's not going to spray on the very first push. So, it took about 3 pumps for that to draw up the fragrance. One thing I will note right now is that it's very potent. It's aromatic. I can already smell some spices. It's fresh though. It's a very refreshing scent. It smells very. It almost has some aquatic vibes to it, in my opinion. Large hints of floral. It smells pretty floral forward, I will say that. And that's probably because of the lavender. There is lavender in this. Lavender scent. So, and that is very potent. Lavender has always been potent in my nose. But the notes go as followed: lime, tangerine, lavender, pepper, sage, cardamom, coriander, nutmeg, and then there's supposed to be some sandalwood scent. There's supposed to be a little musk and amber type fragrances, and that's a long list of ingredients, a long list of fragrances to put in one scent. And a lot of times, that's good, but sometimes I feel like people kind of push it. They go in the wrong direction. What I will say is this particular fragrance, it smells good, but it's very strong. It's very lavender forward. I'm not getting much of a lime or tangerine that it claims to be. Sage and cardamom, I can kind of pick that up slightly, but if I didn't already know that was supposed to be a part of it, I probably would have a harder time picking that up. I'm not necessarily picking up any sandalwood, any type of wood fragrance, but just the fragrance alone, like I said, it's got a very peppery, spicy, aromatic, aquatic smell to it. It kind of has it's a very refreshing freshness. Truly, I like it. I feel like this is more of a nighttime, date night type of fragrance. I don't think I would wear this in the office, and I'm not sure that I would just wear it out to go bowling or something like that. In my opinion, this is like borderline, even though it's an aquatic kind of daytime, or not daytime, even though it's like an aquatic sense, it's not a daytime fragrance, in my opinion. It's more of like a nighttime fragrance. That's why I say date night, or maybe a dressier occasion, a wedding. But I feel like that's where it's most suited. Anyway, let me know what you think about this fragrance in the comments below. Let me know if you agree with me or disagree with me. Doesn't matter either way. Thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, please, for the love of God, don't sleep on my videos. Now, I got some really cool things coming up, and I don't want you to miss it. Click that subscribe button. Now, let's finish up the video. Presentation, the box is a box. I could tell it was obviously a fragrance. I'll give that a 7 out of 10. It's a box. Bottle-wise, the actual bottle itself, the cap is stupid. I'm going to give the cap an absolute 1 out of 10. There's no reason it should be this long, right? and you'll never hear that again. But the bottle itself, even if the cap was just up here and not going all the way down the length of the bottle, in this shape alone, I would probably give it a 6 just because it's different. But it's not that crazy. It's different. Fragrance-wise, I'm going to give it a 5, just because it's not necessarily something that I would intentionally seek out. But if it was gifted to me, I would very happily accept it, and I would use it. But I would not go out as a typical consumer and purchase this for my particular taste. Anyway, that's it for this video. Like I say, click that subscribe button. Click it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Go check out some of my other videos, and I will see you in the next video.